Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the MiscELENAeous podcast. I'm your host, Elena. We're in studio with Producer Madelyn.
Hello.
Guys, I'm wearing an Ed Hardy shirt.
How old are you?
How old am I? Is exactly what I was about to say. I like to dress up for my podcasts. So today we're going to be quizzing ourselves over some like Gen Z slang. And I just felt like in honor of me failing the quiz that I haven't taken yet, I would wear Ed Hardy.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm wearing Dolly, but she's kind of an icon all the time.
I was literally about to be like, she's vintage. But like, oh my God, Dolly, I'm so sorry.
That's
I did
rude.
That's so rude of me. Like, but what I'm trying to, you're a classic.
She is a classic.
Like, you were relevant then, you're relevant now. You'll never not be relevant. You'll never not be important to us.
Absolutely. I do want to take a little vacay this fall and go to Dollywood.
Yeah.
That is a dream of mine.
Can I come?
Yes. You want to have a girls trip?
I was literally like, should we have a couples trip? But yeah, screw the guys.
Yeah,
Let's go to girls trip.
Yeah, forget the boys. But yeah, no, that'd be so fun.
And I've been to Nashville so many times.
I've never been to Nashville.
I've never done
Dollywood.
I've never, and they have like the whole Dolly Hotel and the roof. That was like coming onto the scene like around the time that I was still frequenting Nashville, but like also it was just coming onto the scene and it's Dolly.
Yeah.
So like cool 250,000 followers and blue check mark. They ain't letting me in either. I'm not gonna lie, as an influencer, as someone who does have a following, I will try to flex that every once in a while where I'm like, hey, are y'all gonna come here? Like hoping that people will be like, oh yeah, maybe they'll tag us and they don't give a shit. Like they were not looking for business. They were booked and busy.
Yeah.
So no, it would be so cool and we love her. And I actually almost wore Dolly today, which is hilarious. But then I was like, wait, Elena, we're making fun of how old you are. Maybe wear Ed Hardy. The fact that I had 3 different Ed Hardy shirts to choose from is something else I'd like to make fun of myself about.
Well, honestly, I don't know Ed Hardy clothing. Is it? They still make stuff, right?
I feel like
Says it. They do.
I was gonna say I feel
they
like
have Y2K clothing sets. People also ask, is Ed Hardy still a thing?
So yeah,
Apparently.
I don't know. I think my a backstory behind my Ed Hardy shirt. Me and my cousin, I think I've shared this on the podcast before, do Christmas themes every year.
Oh, cute.
And so like we come up with some like wear our grandparents' clothing or like some weird theme where only the 2 of us dress up and then we think we're really cool and we're like the rest of the family's such a loser. But then like here I am like eating mashed potatoes and gravy and Ed Hardy and I'm like, who's the loser? It's me. It's me every time.
I don't think that's loser.
But yeah, it's our funny little thing. So a couple years ago, we were like, let's wear Ed Hardy. I think she saw it at like Marshall's and she's like, why is this a thing? I have to buy multiple of them.
Well, I was listening to Hannah Montana yesterday, so if that says anything.
Everything's coming back again. You know what I mean? I feel like Ed Hardy is like leaning into that anyway. They're like, oh, I'm watching all of these old styles from before come back. So maybe they're just banking on, a return.
Well, we were born in the 1900s.
Yeah, so, I know that's
just
tough.
For fun.
That's a real thing. But what inspired this is I came across so am I a millennial? Yes. And we've covered what you are, right? You're like a cusp-ish.
I'm a cusp.
So, but I feel like,
Millennial Z, I guess.
Yeah, you're somewhere in between. And I feel like I keep up. I'm on the internet. I have Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. I got this cellular device. And so I'm like, I feel like I know cool stuff. And I came across a video on Instagram recently and I was like, it was like a Gen Z slang, she was probably 11. And then like maybe her dad. And they were doing basically a Gen Z slang quiz. Uh-huh. And I'm like, I could maybe 2 of the words I could come up with I've heard it and or I could with context clues come up with like a reason.
Sure.
Otherwise, I was so lost and I've never felt more geriatric. So I've written these words down and also I feel like y'all listening might think, oh, well, Elena's cheating. She watched the video. No, I already forgot it. I'm again geriatric. The short-term working memory is not with us. So I don't actually remember what any of these words mean.
I think I watched it because we send each other back and forth like, hey, this would be great to talk about.
Yeah.
I saw it briefly, but all that I know is just like cap, maybe a couple other, but
no cap.
The two I know, cap and no cap.
Yeah, I feel, and I don't even know that I feel like really confident in that. Like if someone was like, tell me what it means right now, I'd be like, I mean, I feel like I could use it in a sentence.
Yeah.
Like if like you tell me something and I agree with it and I'm like, yeah, no cap.
Yeah. I just feel weird saying it. Like it doesn't feel normal for me to say.
It's like
that.
There's, I don't know why this example is coming to my mind, but it's like I could be 33. I am. And
what?
This just in. You were born in the 1900s? Elena, you shouldn't have a podcast.
That's funny.
You're not relevant like Dolly. Move on.
Stop.
I am, guys. Maybe not as much, but I'm working on it.
I'm gonna start. I need to bring like a buzzer every time that you talk bad
something
about yourself.
I have to put $1 in the "you talk shit about yourself" jar.
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Go to therapy.
Yeah.
But like, if I at this age had a whole entire family, if I had like, which is possible, that's a normal thing that could happen at 33. I have this whole family. That it probably I might not feel as comfortable wearing like a tiny little mini skirt and like a shirt with like my under boob showing and like going to a concert because even though if other people could see me, they're just like, oh, there's that young girl out having fun at a concert. Like I know in my head that I've got like 2 toddlers at home and you know, it's like you just don't feel as comfortable to do it. But like now, you know, like the past year or two, I've been 30. I haven't been 33 for 2 years. But girl math.
Just in, yeah. I've been 33 forever.
I've been 33 for 3 years now.
Yeah.
But like being at this age point in life I've been for a couple of years, my early 30s, and it's like not having that, it's like, yeah, it would feel more comfortable. So it's something about just, even though I feel like I could get away with saying, yeah, no cap. Like I like like I look sort of young. I look adjacent to the age in which I could say that. There's just the knowing inside. It's the self-knowing that I maybe shouldn't be speaking like this because I'm simply I've passed it. It's expired. That part of my life is expired.
Well, the fact that we are in between saying something, ooh, that's radical, to like no cap, I feel like that's a really long span of weird.
Yeah. The way that our vocabulary evolves is we're creative. I'll say that.
We also had noob. I don't think anyone uses noob anymore.
Noob.
That was a big one. It's just like, oh, you noob.
You noob. Yeah. Well, I looked up the other day, and this might just be specific to the Olympics, but there was a post I came across, and someone was like, I think it was Simone Biles talking about, and I'm going to something the freshers. And I was like, what's a fresher? What's a fresher? And I feel like I looked it up, and it was like the freshmen of the team, like the noobs, like the newbies, like the. And so she's a veteran. And so she's going to like look out for the freshers. I also could now have forgotten what freshers mean. And that was that's what I made up in my head. I don't know. Again, geriatric, working memory, not with us, doing the best I can. And yet doing it on a podcast with a microphone.
So apparently, because I'm being a producer and trying to, so a fresher, it's actually a British word. So a fresher is my accent of the day.
Oh, shoot, we didn't pick an accent for you. Dang it.
Apparently it's British. A British word for a first-year student new to university, a fresher.
Yeah, so, like, I mean, and then, again, all the context is fresh, freshman, so, you know, like, it works. But what could you think that Ohio meant? What's Ohio?
I'm going to be careful because my boss, he lives in Ohio.
Does that mean my boss lives in Ohio?
Yeah, it does.
Shoot, okay.
Yeah. Well, also I have family members who also live in Ohio. Again, nothing against Ohio. If you're out in Ohio supporting
the MiscELENAeous podcast,
we love you.
We love you.
Shuck that corn. Is that what they do?
I have no clue.
What's
I feel like that's
Buckeyes.
Nebraska.
Sorry,
maybe
what
does
is
corn. Does Nebraska do corn?
Yeah.
Corn. Yeah, and so what even is
home of the Buckeye?
What's a Buckeye anyway?
What is a Buckeye?
And isn't that so weird about vocabulary too? I've heard the word Buckeye my whole life. I've never questioned it, but what the hell is a Buckeye?
It is a nut-like seed.
And I wouldn't have guessed that.
We love it.
I wanted it to be an animal.
No. Well, I mean, isn't...
I don't know what animal would. I mean, aside from the buckeye.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's like a deer like eye. The reason why they call it that is because it resembles
A deer's eye.
a deer eye. Like I'll show you.
Like, okay, it does kind of look. It looks like an acorn of sorts or something.
Anyway,
now you know what a buckeye is, folks, and you wouldn't have if you weren't listening. Unless, of course, you did already know what a buckeye was. That would have been just me. So yeah, Ohio is apparently Gen Z slang, and I'm here to tell you, like, I know for sure Ohio is a state in the contiguous United States of America. I know it's central-ish. I'm imagining it being just somewhere central, kind of in the middle of stuff. I'm imagining it being square-like, and medium-sized, medium, and that's what I know about Ohio. And so what in the world could that mean if somebody was like, hey, cool shirt, and I'm like, Ohio? Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
So did you say so this Ohio, I actually like the shape of Ohio, if we're going to be completely honest. That little guy.
Okay. It could fit in a square.
It could. It could fit in Alaska because most things can.
If the square's a little bit bigger than the state, it could fit in a square. It's not really square. It could fit in Texas. I know that.
I feel like everyone in Ohio is like, oh my gosh.
I know, I'm so dumb. But like, I've never been to Ohio, and I don't know a lot about it. I don't know a lot about Buckeyes, and I don't know what this could possibly mean in today's common, like,
I have no idea.
Jargon. Like, I just couldn't, like, is it mid? Like, in my mind, if I'm going to come up with, like, yeah, it's it's fine, mid. Like, it's whatever. It's not the worst place you can be. Not the best place you can be. Ohio.
Yeah. Well, it also reminds me of Glee, because I'm pretty sure Glee was set in like an Ohio high school.
Okay.
That's also dating me.
So
like,
maybe
dating my age.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember Glee. I remember watching it when it came out on whatever days it came, like Tuesday nights. I don't know. I don't remember.
I didn't watch Glee.
Oh.
I've seen it. Leah Michelle. That's all I know. Yeah. There is a choir. Yeah. They sang for sure. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just say that Ohio means something mid, like just it's average.
Yeah.
Is my guess, and I say that with love.
With love.
Everybody listening from Ohio. Mewing.
I do know that one.
MEWING. Mewing. Okay, so if you know it, then I'm gonna guess before you say.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm actually really excited to know what you're about to say.
I'm not, because I still don't know, and I know it'll be bad. The only thing I know about it, it'll be bad. So for whatever, it's probably, I can understand why my brain's going here, but it just reminds me of a cat, and it's probably because I'm missing literally only one vowel to make this word meowing. Mew. So it just, yeah, I feel like it just has something to do with a cat, and I know that it doesn't. So I'm just hanging around purring and stuff, pet my belly. I'm mewing. Please, God, don't release this podcast.
I actually love that.
Let's
petition to change.
Can we change mewing from whatever it's supposed to mean to I'm a cat?
I'm a cat.
I'm just a cat.
Oh my God.
What does it mean?
Oh, you want me to tell you?
Yeah. So or what do you think it means?
So it's basically like
I'm so embarrassed.
Where your jaw is really clenched. No one saw that. If you're listening, it's where your jaw is clenched. Mostly like men who are like mewing. Like there's a filter that kind of does
like a duck lip kind of a vibe.
But it's more in the jaw. It's kind of just like it's like modeled kind of in your eyebrow raises.
Okay,
you kind of look chatty.
It's giving what's that movie with the guy?
Zoolander. Yes.
What's that face?
He is mewing. I would say.
What's the face he makes? What people always call it like. You know what I'm saying though, right? Or
Google.
And when I say you know what I'm saying, I certainly mean you know what I'm trying to say. Read my mind, people that listen to my podcast.
Blue steel.
Blue steel. I was actually gonna say blue steel. I didn't say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a blue steel face.
Yes, but it's
I never clarified that I wasn't also making that face while I was laying around pretending to be a cat, hoping for like a laser light and a rub. Oh, God.
Yeah, so it's a tongue position. Facial, okay.
You, like, put your tongue at the top, like the roof of your mouth.
So it's basically, it says mewing is a do-it-yourself facial restructuring technique involving tongue placement. But it's basically to, like, make your jaw look.
Who came up with this word? Who made this face and was like, mewing?
I don't know, but let me try to get a little photo for you.
Visual aid.
Yeah. I'm working with this cord. That.
See, okay.
Where it's like.
I do. The photo that she's showing me, it sort of just seems like a guy that has a face that got his photo taken. Like, it doesn't seem to be like there's a very, very specific.
So this guy, he is mewing to get his jaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a better photo.
Okay. All right. I have thoughts now.
Okay.
So whenever I worked for Geriatric, the Real Housewives of Dallas was coming out. It was like the woohoo, we finally have a Dallas Housewives show.
Yep.
And so obviously Geriatric's a huge morning show. We're going to do interviews with them. They're local to, so great. So they have this big event. And it's like a red carpet premiere watch party. We got to watch the first episode before everyone, and we got to interview the housewives. And Carrie Duber, I think that's her name, is on the beginning seasons of the show. And I'm talking to her afterwards because her husband's a plastic surgeon.
Yes.
He's like famous for like boobs by doobs or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And her jaw is just snatched. It is like structured. And I've always been like a little self-conscious of my weaker chin and jaw situation. And so she explained to me after the event what mewing was without the terminology. And she was saying anytime you take a photo or whatever, just take your tongue and put it at the roof of your mouth. And it like brings your little double chin and whatever up and just gives you like more of a snatched jawline. Mm-hmm. And so I've lived by this.
Mastered it?
Yeah, since like the year 2016. I'm like, mew.
See, I've tried that, but I don't really feel like it does anything.
Because it's like, you can even see, which if you're watching on YouTube, I can feel like even my neck tighten up when I do it.
Oh, yeah. No, yours looks great. Why is mine not doing anything? Yeah.
And then, so now I know, now it has a name. Now it has a name. Now it just has a name.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm making fun of this person who named it, but I guess it needed a name.
Yeah.
Okay. Phantom tax. Do you know what a phantom tax is?
No.
It costs money for sure.
Okay.
It's some sort of, it's got to.
I've heard it, but I have no idea what that means.
It's got to.
Phantom or phantom?
Phantom, F-A-N-U-M tax. So I feel like it's something to do with someone stole from you, you stole from someone, you're scamming the government. If so, that's cool. Big fan of that. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Phantom tax.
Interesting.
And I don't know. What do you think?
Phantom tax. I feel like you're on the right track.
Yeah.
Phantom tax.
It has to have
phantom.
Like
I just
when
don't know
something costs more than you were expecting it to, but then you're buying it anyways. And
well,
you're
see,
like,
that's what I would think, like phantom tax.
Phantom, yeah.
But it's not that.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
Don't know either.
Don't know.
This one I think I got. Okay. Negative aura.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty self-explanatory. I know what negative means. I know what aura means. So just like low vibes.
Yeah, low vibes.
Not into it.
Get them out of here.
Not into it.
I don't want them.
No.
Negative.
Tweaking. See, in here, I think...
So that used to be something. Tweaking meant like, oh, they're tweaking out.
Yeah,
like they're just kind of freaking.
Yeah, when you say tweaking, I'm like, okay, so somebody needs money for heroin. Is the first thing I think of.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And just me?
Yeah. No,
Is it really just me?
Well, I mean, that, and then I, like, yes. But then also I think mine, like, on just, like, the download, just like, oh, they're tweaking out.
Just kind of...
They're just freaking
out about some stuff. Like, there's just a lot going on.
Yeah, but definitely the heroin, too. Definitely the crack cocaine.
Yeah, I just feel like
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help. You're tweaking.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, she ate.
She ate.
You ate.
I ate. I eat all the time.
You do eat all the time.
Yeah, all day.
She's full.
She's full. Left no crumbs.
Yeah.
That one, I get it. I like it. I've heard it enough in enough context. It's
Fort Worth rodeo season?
8. Yeah, every time.
Ate the house down.
Yeah, ooh. I actually want to buy a bull and name it 817 because that's the area code for Fort Worth.
Okay.
And then, like, every time the bull is all just bucking around being a bull and, like, you know, then he's like, yeah, that bull ate.
That's
so good, right?
That's actually pretty great. I love that.
Yeah. The name
817.
817.
That's very Gen Z coded, though.
It is Gen Z coded.
So I figure, like, moving in that direction because they are moving in that direction. Yes.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. I can't wait to be the owner of the cows that people moo at when they drive on road trips one day.
Same,
I thought about that
honestly.
today. It was like it's girls. I think it's just a girl thing. You see cows when you're driving and you're like, ooh, cow, moo.
Every time.
Every
I
time.
have some cows that come in my backyard and I feed them. I love I know.
I love it. I'm so
Yes.
jealous.
You need to come over and you can feed them.
Can I?
Yes.
Okay. What are you doing today?
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought about that
This.
today and I'm like, I can't wait for me to own the cows that cute little girls drive past and moo at.
Yes.
That'll be me and my cows one day.
I love the meme where it's like a guy and he's like super blurry, but his hand's like up against the window. And it's just like what cows see when I drive past. I'm like, that's me every time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, op. Just OPP. Op.
I've heard these. I don't know what
I mean, I think
opulent.
so my first thought goes to like opposition or like something that's against me.
Okay.
It could also be an opportunity. So maybe it's something for me.
Well, maybe it's co-op.
Maybe it's co-op, you know.
Well, it's OPP.
Yeah, it is OPP.
Okay, so never mind.
I
don't know.
And then
Opposite?
isn't there that song, You Down with OPP? Like other people's pussy. Isn't that
What?
what that stands for?
Wait, there's a song?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you know me. Down with OPP.
Oh, Naughty song by Naughty by Nature.
Is that did I get it right or did I make it
Let
up?
me look.
It is OPP. Yeah, you know me. OPP. I feel like OPP stands for other people's pussy, but I also could have made it. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Down with OPP. Every last homie.
Oh man, I feel like I've heard, but I didn't.
OPP stand for. Come on, tell me what it means.
It does.
It means other people's pussy.
And other people's penises.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's fair to make that.
Yeah.
Kind of
Hilarious.
genitalian neutral. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. So that's what I think of when you say OPP.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say with but for in this context, I'm going with
That also dates you.
it dates me
Released
so much.
1991.
Mm-hmm.
The 1900s.
The 1900s. Yeah. So, but I'm gonna go with like some sort of opposition opponent for whatever this op means. Okay, next one. I feel like it's easy. Beta.
Yeah.
Just, you know, if you don't know what that is, come on, guys. I got that one.
Who are you?
You just need context clues. You just need to know what the word beta means. And
Yes.
I feel like we should know that. So like not alpha.
Yeah, not alpha. Yeah.
You're just being like a little baby back bitch.
Yeah.
You're just, you know,
That one's a classic.
Yeah.
We should bring that one back.
Baby back bitch.
Yeah, I love that.
I've been calling my car baby back broke down bitch for
Cute.
I'm like, if you're gonna consume $1,200 from me every month and then not drive me places, I'm gonna make it cute and fun for me. I'm gonna give you a nickname about it. So you baby back broke down bitch. But I love you, cute peeking seats.
Yeah.
Wish you drove places.
Yes. Poor thing.
But yeah, I feel like beta is just like victim mentality. Like I'm just gonna always never take accountability and like I can be beta, guys.
Can't we all?
So
We're all capable of beta, but don't.
yeah, but try not to. Do your best to alpha.
Yes.
Bop. If it doesn't mean it's a good song, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. The podcast is canceled.
Yeah.
I'll never survive in this cultural climate because
Yeah.
I'll never be able to keep up because it used to mean and semi recently a good song.
Yeah, that's how
I like that song.
It's
It's
a bop.
undeniably good. Most people like this song. It's a bop.
Is a bop.
So it better be that.
I hope so.
If it's not that, I'm literally pissed. And the final one, I like it. I don't know what it means. I like it. I want to use it.
Okay.
Podium. What does that mean? I know what a podium is, obviously. You know, it
Maybe
is.
it's just like
Not only
someone
is it
speaking like spitting truth.
Yeah.
And they're like podium.
Going off. Like, I'm on my soapbox.
Yeah.
Now it's just called podium.
Maybe.
And I feel like for Olympic season and like a political season, a voting season, podium is incredibly relevant right now.
I agree.
So if we're just switching up our last terminology for like let me vent or like listen to this shit, we went from like soapbox to TED Talk to podium. On my podium.
I think.
Or
I
like
that.
what if it's just like I'm a winner?
Podium.
Podium. Podium.
That's kind of fun too. Just podium.
So should we find out what they mean?
Yes, please. Honestly,
I really I can't decide if I hope that people back home are like already know what these things mean. I hope that they don't. It makes me feel like less of a loser and like more of a reason for them to stay tuned.
Yeah. Stay tuned, everyone. Or if you do know them, then you can listen to us go, whoa,
Then,
wow, ooh, goodness.
Yeah, you can feel a lot cooler
Crikey.
about yourself. That bollocks. Okay, so here we go. We're about to find out if we were right or if we were wrong. All right, you ready?
Ready.
I'm nervous. Why am I nervous?
Loser.
Ohio.
Trying to look good.
Guys, loser.
Okay. I'm a stand up for Ohio. Y'all aren't losers.
Y'all are mid.
Y'all are
Y'all are not absolute losers.
No.
You have the Buckeye thing going for you.
Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah.
It's not. You're not losers.
You're not.
Don't. They need to put money in the talking bad about yourself.
I wonder
jar.
if Gen Z did see Glee though, because if we're gonna talk about it, they were losers in Ohio.
They were.
Yeah.
Maybe
Because the
that-
only original song I believe that Glee did, "Don't Come at Me, Gleers," I think was a song called "Loser Like Me."
Oh. Okay.
See, this is where knowledge of things that don't really matter come into play.
Matters.
Yes.
Where it ends up mattering. Maybe that is the origin story of Ohio being loser. And sorry I stopped it instantly, but like what a jump scare. Is it right? Is that the reason?
"Loser Like Me" is an original song featured in 16th episode of season 2. So yes, I was right.
And they're saying that's the origin of Ohio meaning loser.
No,
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay, I was like, wow, you
didn't
really
look
did
that
it. You really did it. But there is a song called Loser, so that could be what it is.
Yes.
Okay.
I highly doubt it.
Trying to look good.
Mewing.
Stealing.
Phantom tax.
Not cool.
Negative aura.
Acting weird.
Tweaking.
Did well.
8.
Someone you don't like.
Op.
Weak.
Beta.
A girl who just posts selfies.
Bop.
Something really good.
Podium.
Guys.
Whoa.
Guys. What?
You have to leave. You told them you'd leave.
The podcast is canceled. Someone who looks good. So I'm a bop.
Well, if you only take selfies.
That's right. I only take selfies. A girl who only takes selfies, bop. Well, I was known as the selfie queen when I was on Geriatric.
Well, here's the thing. Is like that used to be like.
All right, we used to mew in selfies.
Yeah.
We used to mew and bop. I used to be a bopper that mewed consistently.
I used to be a bopper that mewed.
Yeah.
Tell us more. Hi, Elena. Welcome
Hi, Elena.
in.
I'm Elena. I used to be a bopper that mewed.
Oh.
Thank you. I was very Ohio for that. It was giving beta.
It was good. Oh my gosh.
But now I recognize that I was my own op, and so and that I was like giving like a negative aura, and so I decided to just 8 on the podium. Did I do it?
I mean, it sounds great, all sequential.
Does it?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't sound confident either.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, bop doesn't mean a song. You guys are playing me. That's rough.
But, so, are the kids are they coming up with this, or is it some weird, like,
It's probably AI.
CD?
It's probably AI. They
How
probably
did the
just set
kids
AI
talk today.
to come up with new weird sounds for us to say.
Honestly, that would be funny if like people were using their Alexas. She crashes in the door. What do you need? No, but like if people were using their Alexas and they were saying, something like that, like, oh, I want to win. And she was like, do you mean podium? And they're like, sick queen.
Yes, exactly. I hope so.
I don't know. But who's doing it?
I don't get it. It's because it really has to start with one, right?
Because if it's like one 13-year-old that like one day just went, she's a bop. And then like, how does that spread?
How does that take off?
Well,
I
the
mean,
internet, I
TikTok,
guess.
yeah. But still, that really has to, it has to happen.
It's embedded.
It's like the one 13-year-old in junior high has to say it, and then her friends be like, what's a bop? And then she has to explain it because now it has a new meaning.
I guess.
And
like,
then they have to decide they want to say it.
so is Gen Z just Regina George?
Were we also, though? Like, were we doing this? I mean, I never made up a word, I don't think.
I don't remember. I mean, of course, like it infiltrates. Like every time and culture has words that are a part of it. Like from the 1950s, they probably had, like a schmick-a-bop, for something.
Yeah,
Who knows?
and that it didn't evolve with us.
Exactly. So like I get it, but these are just...
These are things that I think about too.
Right.
How did this happen? How did it take off? And how did it become so strong?
Right.
How did it really like infiltrate all of culture?
Well, I think it's also the judgment of it. Like I feel like Gen Z does, if specifically maybe some younger ones, maybe not older, but if you're not quite with lingo, they're just kind of like, ugh, sus, weird. It's just kind of like, I don't know if there was.
I feel like Gen Zers are just they don't like us. They don't like the millennials, and I feel like they're just refusing to use our slang, and so they want to have their own thing.
Yeah, but it's interesting though because there's like a couple TikTokers I've seen who like their whole shtick is wearing stuff from like the 90s or early 2000s, like club wear. Going out in 2008 was like a sock bun and like weird work clothes, but like that was like a thing.
The big statement necklaces,
yes.
the scarves that you like, the infinity scarves.
Yep, the beanie, all that stuff. But I don't.
We were so Ohio.
But honestly, I'm glad that I grew up in that way. Like again, like I know every person's going to be like, I enjoyed my
bias
time,
to their own generation.
Right. But at the same time, I'm just like, I'm scared of, like when I think about having kids in the future, I'm just like, who knows what that's going to be like.
I know. I feel like I won't be able to communicate with them.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to need like an in-home translator.
Little alien babies.
I need like someone that's cuspy to come be my nanny so that they can translate between me and my kids.
Yeah.
It's just tough.
It is.
So I found a couple other quizzes online. Like that, watching that one video inspired me to like look up some other quizzes. So I feel like we should just go through these and see how well we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like I'm reading the first question, I'm feeling confident. What is another word for uncool? It can be skirt, chuggy, or bet.
Oh,
So
uncool?
Chuggy.
Yeah, I think chuggy.
Yeah, we're crushing it. If something slaps, it's excellent or amazing, surprising or scary, beautiful or handsome.
Excellent and amazing.
Amazing, yeah. Snatched, already used it.
Fierce or on point.
Mm-hmm. It's not stolen and it's not exhausted. I feel like snatched could even be more specifically. It's like when you're looking like to me, it's like your face is snatched or like your weight, like it's like really structured or, Mm-hmm. But yeah. Which of the following means a look or style that is extremely fashionable or sexy?
Drip.
Bussin', bet, or drip?
Drip, right? Because bussin', I don't know why bussin' to me feels more like food. Like, oh, that food is bussin'. But I feel like drip is your chain drip, your clothing's drip.
Okay, let's click drip. It's drip. It's drip. Okay, what does no cap mean? Tell me right now. No lie for real. Chill or without stress. Not cool. It means no lie, right?
Yeah. You were like, tell me right now, and I went,
right.
What?
Yeah,
yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Which of the following words is an insult for men who are seen as being too submissive to women?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Simp.
Yes.
But I like that one of the options is...
What? I said nothing. Except for senpai, but
It sounded... And I know this isn't a language. It sounded anime.
It was.
Okay.
It was an attempt.
Well, I think you crushed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was podium
Yeah.
for sure.
Hopefully that made some people simp out there. My boyfriend, at my boyfriend.
At my boyfriend.
He's currently watching an anime, so maybe
Oh, he's simping for sure for that.
let's go.
I do like that okay boomer was an option for that one though. What does hits different mean? And that is, hold on, I have an ad.
What is it? What's the ad?
I don't know. I clicked out of it too fast. It
okay.
stressed me out. Weird or unusual, confusing, nonsensical, has a marked effect or influence. That the sneeze sounded like you sneezed in anime.
Oh,
She's really committed to the bit,
yeah.
guys.
Sorry. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It means it has a marked effect or influence. It just hits different.
Yeah.
It's like
I agreed.
I got another ad. It's for Dunk Nike shoes, by the way.
Oh, nice.
This podcast is not sponsored by Nike, but that would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, what does it mean when you say, I've got the point? Low key, say less, cap.
Say less.
Say less. Yeah, I get it. You don't have to say anything more. I know.
Yeah.
What does bet mean? Cool or I'm down. No lie. Not cool.
No lie.
Or
No, cool. I'm down.
I feel
Sorry.
it means like
right.
cool. I'm down.
Like bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Yes.
Nervous. Which of the following means relaxing or tapping into good feelings? Bussin', vibin', snatched.
Vibin'?
Yeah. See, these are we did 10 out of 10.
Woohoo!
I'm a Gen Z star.
Yes.
Podium. Did podium mean
That means you win.
did something well? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Podium.
I already forgot what it meant, but I wanted to keep using it.
Okay. BuzzFeed, the best source of
I feel like
anything you need.
any quiz. You want to know what McDonald's Happy Meal you are? Go to BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
You
It kind of a joke. Sorry, BuzzFeed.
you want to know which pin you are? Find out on BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed. Yeah.
You want to know which garden vegetable you are? Go to
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed. These are the things you got to know. BuzzFeed has the answers.
Granted, I'm glad that they do that for us, but
I hate how, honestly, I feel like that's something that Gen Zers will never actually understand is like the power of a BuzzFeed quiz.
Oh,
like they
for
didn't grow up
sure.
in the BuzzFeed quiz time.
well, I also used to watch their YouTube channel.
Yeah. Like I spent a good amount of time just trolling BuzzFeed.
Yep.
And no, it's a great thing to do on the toilet when you're
Yes.
trying to not work at work.
Yep.
It's like, let me take a BuzzFeed quiz and find out which character from
It
Friends
used to
I am.
Right. It used to bring people together. It was just like, did you take the BuzzFeed,
BuzzFeed quiz?
Yeah.
What type of bread are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sourdough.
Yeah.
And like, for why? How did we get? That's the other thing that I've always like pondered about whilst participating in these BuzzFeed quizzes. It's like, who gets to decide? Like, what qualities in me make me align with sourdough? You know?
See, I think it's just an intern that they hire straight out of college or during college, and they're just like, we need a quota, and we have these quizzes. They probably have like a huge long check sheet of like, what could someone be or how they could connect with, and then they're just like, here you go, interns, and they say,
And you know
Got
what
it.
interns are now? AI. They're just beep boop pop up in
Yep.
the computer. Like, hey, come up with a dumb quiz about
Dang, you're
this.
right.
Yeah. Like they don't even need interns anymore.
well,
Good thing AI can't have a podcast. I mean, it could, but like, where's the originality?
I know you've always said how well-rounded this podcast is, but it really is. Like, we're having fun joking around, and then it just hits really deep really for a second. And
yeah.
then, you
And then
know.
we're back to the laughs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, you can get a full range of emotion on this podcast.
Yes, we love it.
Okay, so I bet some of these might overlap with our previous quizzes, but no cap means no lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I like that one of the options is no guns allowed. But like, I feel like that's fair because like back in the day it was like, I won't cap your ass, and I
But,
feel like
yeah.
that means like I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, yeah, no cap, and he's like no guns allowed.
Yeah.
Sus. It's an abbreviation for suspicious,
Yes.
suspect. So
I like how the one that said Susan.
what
Like,
boomers call people named Susan. Hey, sus, get over here.
That's so funny.
A modern way of saying SOS. Sus.
Someone writes they're on a like island, and it's just SUS, and the helicopter's like, they don't need us.
They don't need us. It's just something a little suspicious going on down there. What does bop mean again? Okay, so here we go.
A type of insect.
Yeah, a type of insect, a sport in Ireland, a really good song, something that is vintage in a cool way. So now what you're trying to tell me, meaningless quizzes from the internet, is that there's some discrepancy. I'm getting mixed signals from you. So what does bop mean? Like I'm a girl taking too many selfies or a really good song? According to BuzzFeed, it's a really good song.
So I feel like this AI computer was made in 1991.
Yeah, they're on our team. This dictionary.com leans more Gen Z.
Yeah.
BuzzFeed, it's giving millennial.
Yeah.
So, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
When something slaps, it means to hit across the face, an expression of how good something is, an expression used when a plant is dying, or to make something levitate. I wish it was a levitating situation.
I'm sorry, but to make something slaps. Could you imagine like a magician is like, now I'm going to make the lady slap.
And she's just floating.
Well, yeah. It's just like everyone's like, wow.
It's like the new cool parkour or like the planking challenge.
Slapping.
Slapping, guys.
That's funny.
What does it mean when someone says facts? And I can't get on board with this part of a quiz because if it doesn't mean what the word facts means, we have a problem. But one of the options is fax machine. The other one is truth, referring to a sheet used by veterinary clinics. So specific. And a government abbreviation.
Yeah, an intern's not coming up with this.
Yeah.
Sorry if you did out there and you're listening. Sorry, intern.
I want to go ahead and not offer you a job with the MiscELENAeous podcast. I want you to know that I see you and you're not hired.
Yeah.
This isn't a great quiz.
No, I was just hope you're okay.
You're in our thoughts and prayers.
Yes.
What does it mean if someone says go off? Encouraging someone to keep going with what they're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's it. It's not keep driving and they are not blocking you. If someone responds mood to something, you say, what does that mean? They want a mood ring. Same here. They're bored. A cow mood at them.
Yeah.
It's a cow mood at them, right? Yep. Same here. We're aligned.
Yep.
Lastly, a fun one. What does the vibes are immaculate mean? G-rated vibes, bad vibes, so-so vibes, or good vibes. This quiz was
I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure
easy.
Snoop Dogg said that.
Which part?
The vibes are immaculate, man.
Did he start that one?
I think so. I love Snoop Dogg.
He's so popular right now.
Well,
Did you hear that he's getting paid $500,000 a day to go to the Olympics?
kind of love that for him.
Me too.
I mean, I wish I was getting paid
Same.
$500,000 to go.
I wish I was getting paid. I would even do something hard for $500,000.
Oh, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Like, even just a one-time payment of $500,000.
Yeah,
would be great.
Would change your life.
It really would.
Here's
And
my
that
thing.
also could be not true. That could be cap. I just read it on the internet.
I just love that, like, honestly, rent-free in my mind, maybe a Roman Empire thing, is Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg, their friendship. Just them as individuals, I'm like, love them.
It's honestly, if you really take inventory of like the time we lived in, Martha Stewart, the original trad wife, went to prison, was a felon.
Yep.
I think if you were a felon, you still are a felon. I'm not sure how that works, but let's just call her a felon for the story. And then befriends like the most weed smokingest rapper around.
Yep.
And this is our normal current reality. And then those two, original trad wife and like
Rap icon,
like not a current new sensation,
right?
Vintage adjacent rap icon, are besties sharing doobies in Paris covering badminton. And that's that's the world we're living in.
Well, she's not. I mean, she may be there. Is she there? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
I'm like positive she's there because unless
I
there
like
was
that
like
reality.
old footage of like Snoop and Martha like covering like a dressage tournament or like event, and they're just talking about like the horses and how they
amazing
they like trot around and they trot from side to side.
Well, I
and
just imagine they're outside
horse
picking
dancing.
tomatoes with each other and cooking
I love that they both like
Carbonara.
both of their like main hobbies start in a garden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she's like, ooh, yeah, let's like make sauce. And he's like, ooh, yeah, let's roll a joint. And like they're both harvesting in the garden.
I love that too. I didn't even think of it that way.
It's just such a, I don't know, it really is such a hilarious reality. But I think it's so funny to me when had someone, again, it's kind of almost takes me back to like my younger self would lose it. Like some of these thoughts of our current reality. If somebody had told me like in the 90s that like Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg were going to be besties, like she was going to go to prison and then they were going to be best friends, I would be like, that's so strange. Like that's truly so strange. But now I see them on TV hanging out and I'm like, that's the most normal thing I've experienced today.
Yeah.
So many other weird things have happened.
It's a canon event that I'm personally thankful for.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
So anyway, no cap.
No cap.
I hope the rest of y'all feel as old as I do right now.
Yeah.
If you don't, keep it to yourself. No need to message or reach out. This is one of those episodes where like feedback is only requested if you also feel geriatric listening to this episode.
Yeah.
If you knew what all of that meant, don't tell me. I already feel pretty Ohio about it all.
But like and subscribe.
But still like, subscribe.
Gen Z, you are welcome here.
You're so welcome here. I want you to be here for sure. And I want you to like tell all your friends about the podcast. Maybe it's a way for them to boost their confidence because it's like I'm so much cooler than that Ohio Elena. I'm up here podiuming and she's just Ohio. That's fine. Tell your friends. Just don't tell me. But yeah, thanks for being here. Truly. Thanks for listening. Rate, review, subscribe. Shop some merch on the website, MiscELENAeous.com. Make sure you're following along on Instagram. We're always posting fun stuff at Elena Davies at MiscELENAeous Podcast. And stay the fuck tuned and I'll see you next Tuesday.